we just arrived in Miranda Shopping Center. I need to go develop a couple of my films that I took when we were away on holiday. Push's here with me, and what a new shoes though. What is that? Oh, wonder who bought that shoes for you, huh? Whoa, he's a big lad, I'll tell you that. Yeah, and we haven't had any breakfast yet too, so we both are like hungry, yes. Let's get something to eat. We finally got our food! Oh, yeah. Damn, that girl full posing though. Oh, she saw him. But yo, we're just chilling outside at the rooftop of Miranda Shopping Center right now. Miranda Westfield, I should correct myself. The film place where I usually get it developed at, I think it's called Camera House. It's not there anymore. It shut down, and so I had to go to Digi Direct. As bad as that sounds, because I remember the first time I went there with my dad trying to get a camera, the workers were just like obnoxious and were just absolutely dickheads. But when I went there, it was a different kind of workers, and the guy who used to work at Camera House, he was working there as well. So yeah, but this other person served me, and she was nice. And yeah, so they're just developing the pictures right now at the moment, so hopefully it'll turn out all good. But yo, Putri, you all good there, man? What are your eye roll for?
I want to go watch movies and watch Jurassic World. So by the time the movie's finished, the film would be finished, and then we can go. And like, it gives us something to do instead of just chilling here.
You chill here, be out in the sun, fool. What are you complaining about?
No, I want to watch movies.
Do you have the money though?
I'll pay you back.
Girl.
I have money.
Nice to be out in the sun and just chill. Alrighty, so I'm all back home now. I'm just looking over my pictures, looking through the film that was developed, and yo, it actually turned out quite cool. Like obviously, not all of them turned out great, you know, but yeah, it was actually cool. I don't know, just looking back at it just brings all the memories, that's flooded with memories, and I'm just like, yeah, just put a smile on my face. So right now I'm gonna share my favorites with you. For the Malacca trip, this was one of my favorites. There's a backstory to it. So it was, I think, demolished by the environment that was around it. And I think like the wind and the rain, and maybe it was like flooded as well, I'm pretty sure. And the house was like really old. So that's why it like structured into like that. And behind it is a graveyard. So it was actually kind of spooky when I went there and took the pictures, because I felt all eerie and my hands were standing up, and I was like, oh, okay, better quickly get this shot and just bounce. So yeah, that's one of my favorite shots. The other is this guy wearing the Rip and Dip t-shirt. Just his whole fit of that trip was just so cool, and because it was raining, so he had like an umbrella with him. And but yeah, I loved his whole fit, and everyone said that, like my whole family said that, oh look, Shaq, it's another version of you. I'm just like, what do you mean? And to be frank though, looking at it, it's like, oh shit, that actually looks a little bit like me. So yeah, I just love his like whole outfit of it, and you can tell that he's a tourist along the local streets and stuff as well, same as me. Another one is this guy with his bike. I don't know what he was staring at, but if you look closely into his eye, it looks like there's like evil or something. Like he's just like like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I think this picture is really interesting, just like his whole facial expression of it, and because it makes you wonder like, what is he looking at? So I honestly don't know what he was looking at. I was very confused as well, and yeah, I just find it very interesting. And the last one for the Malacca trip is this beautiful portrait of my grandmother. This just reminds me, this was taken outside of a house where all the cars are parked, and I was just like, yo grandma, let me just take a picture of you. And she's like, oh okay, what do you want to take a picture of me, but I'm so old and stuff. I'm like, oh come on, you look beautiful. And yeah, this it's actually very beautiful, and it just reminds me of like a like in the olden days, you know, with the colors and stuff, and it's very faint a little bit as well. It just yeah, I just love the whole picture of it. So yeah, moving on to Bali, this picture, because there's a lot of like obviously people selling shit from the streets and stuff like that. This picture is one of like the sale people who's always just like, oh, do you want to buy this, you want to buy this, you know, like Bali, that's what they do there. And so I find it really interesting because she has this like whole basket of like fans with her, and just what she was wearing as well is like very typical Balinese attire. So another one is this guy on his truck that's filled with coconut at the back, and he's just passing it all down to one of the workers. And it's this shot of him, like, I don't know, just the way that he's posing, it looks like he's about to throw like a rugby ball or something like that. And he honestly was just like throwing it to the workers, and like as in like just passing it, not obviously throwing it, but as in like passing it to the workers. And it's very interesting because if you look directly onto his left side, you can see all like the I think there's this one guy tourist behind him, just like looking, just like, oh, what is this guy doing? So I find that really interesting. And yeah, just like another Balinese worker, you know, trying to do his thing to get the money. And the final one for the Bali trip is this tourist. I think this is just like a typical tourist attire, you know, because it's all hot and you don't want to get your hair all over your face, so you put like a little headscarf, I guess, headwear into your hair and just like put it all back. And yeah, I just really like this picture. So when I was looking through the Bali trip, the pictures most of them were out of focus. I'll put it up on the screen right now, but because like we were moving a lot and the people that I was trying to take pictures of, they were also moving because they were like doing their jobs and shit. So yeah, it was a little bit out of focus, but yeah, it was, you know, it was still cool though to be, you know, to be taking pictures of them and shit like that. On to the next one. In the Singapore trip, she was actually a worker from one of the sneaker store. It's called Limited Edition. And when I first saw her walking out of the closet, I was just like, damn, I like what she's wearing. Like, she got the black cement on and just this Nike red jacket that goes with like her lanyard and the tongue of her J's, and just basically just like what she was wearing. I was just like, damn, this is a very good fit. This is the fit of the day. And so yeah, I actually wanted to take like a sneaky picture of her, but then I was like, you know what, I actually want to go up to her and like properly ask her that she can like post and shit. She was lovely, she was very nice, and I took a picture of her, and yeah, it turned out, I thought it was gonna turn out really bad, but it actually turned out quite okay. So massive shout out to Lavon. Thank you Lavon for posing it for me and just having the fit of the day, because it's amazing. So this picture of this, I call this, me and my cousins, we call this the watermelon playground. It just has like a very historical kind of historical significance to it. When it first opened up, we just like, what is this stuff? And we just like, oh shit, it's so cool. And apparently to my cousins and everyone in Singapore, this playground, this specific playground, it is it's where all the Singapore actor and actresses act in, and it's always filmed over here. So this place is like a very monumental thing, and it's been there for such a long time. And they used to have like all fruits design playground. So I think they had like a banana, I mean apple. I know they had an apple one, and just different fruits, but all of them are gone except for this one specific one, which is the watermelon. And I hope it doesn't go down because it's such like a historical significance for me, especially because I remember when it first came up, I was like, damn, this is so cool. It's all like bright, the red and everything, like the colors are all bright, but obviously it faded out with the whole colors and everything. And taking it from my Minolta, it makes it look so much more older than it actually is. So yeah, I love it. I love the story behind it. Alright, so this picture is from one of my cousin's kid. So I think it's my nephew or something. I don't know, but I'm just gonna say my baby cousin. He was running around the basketball court. He was just sweating. I don't know whether if you can see on his forehead because of the humidity in Singapore. He was sweating and he was still running around with his car that he's holding. And I was just like, yo, keep running. I'm trying to take your pictures. And he's very shy with like pictures and everything. And I was just like, yo, I just need to grab it. And I just like took a sneaky one and it turned out like that. And I'm just like, yo, look at that. This is one of my favorite pictures of him. But yeah, that is it for my whole film stuff. I just want to show you my favorites. I'm gonna try put it online somewhere where you can see the whole thing. So if that is up, I will definitely link it down below. And yeah, then you can see the rest of the collection of my trip and stuff. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna just shed my favorites. And yeah, that is it. It actually turned out quite great. I love shooting on film. I love the sound it makes and everything. And massive thanks to DigiDirect for developing it and everything like that. As Sam Craig said, you guys did a fantastic job in helping me and everything as well. So yeah, and the person who was assisting me, she was very friendly. So shout out to her. I don't know her name. Should ask her name, but yeah, shout out to her. Yeah, that's basically it. Alright, thank you for viewing my pictures and everything as well. Catch you later. Peace.